What is cracking lacking, guys? Today I have a OST battle for you, man. I was waiting for this for the longest time. This is actually my official smogon tournament, and I was matched up with Tjay, my man, for round 1B pairing. And let's just hop straight to this battle because I'm excited to bring you this. Look at my opponent's team. We got Alakazam, who's pretty much a threat to all of my Pokemon. You could just go for a Dazzling Gleam, some Focus Blast, and some Side Shock. Just takes out all my guys. Even Energy Ball if he has that. And then he also has, or Shadow Ball. He also has a Toxic Pex, which is really annoying, and Celestia. So let's just see how I do for round 1. This is game 1 out of 3 if we actually get that far. So let's just see how it goes. Let's click play. So game 1, he actually decides to Leo Greninja. I Leo Hydreigon. My Hydreigon is Specs. I mean, not Specs, Scarf. So I'm just going to go immediately for the big Draco, not expecting him to switch out. But he actually makes a smart play, switch out into Celestia. That's fine. I switch into Registeel, not trying to take no heavy slam or anything. So he goes for Leech Seed. As he catches my Registeel. I just want to get my rocks because rocks is important. So I'm just going to go and get the rocks up while he gets the seeds. I switch out into Slowbone, expecting his Feldon to go for rocks of his own. So here I'm going to scare him off with a Fire Blast. Instead, I'm going to go for a Skull. I don't want to show him that Fire Blast. Make him think that I'm Mega Evolution, something like that. Because it doesn't show leftovers. He goes for Toxic as I do get the better of him. And I'm going to follow up with a Psychic. That Psychic nearly takes him out, which is great because I do want Toxic out as he is annoying. As I do go for Skull here because I know he's going to switch out or stay in and Skull will take it out regardless. As his Feldthorn doesn't get the burn. Now I follow with Fire Blast, expecting him to take him out, but oof! Almost taking him out, but not quite. So he'll actually live with like emergency health. But here I'm expecting him to switch out as I do think he wants to stay safe for Death Order. So I'm going to switch out into my own Hydreigon. As I do go for another Draco. Expect him to stay in this time, but he actually switches out into Celestia. So now this is kind of like repeated. He's going to go for a Leech Seed, I believe, as I do switch back into my Registeel. At this point, I switch out into Slowbone, expecting to go for Protect or something like that, or Flamethrower, yeah. So I go into Slowbone here. I expect to go for Protect, and I do want to save my Slowbone for regeneration as he goes for Protect. Now my Registeel does have an advantage somehow because he could go for Leech Seed, but I'm going to go for that T-Wave. I don't expect Celestia to switch out, especially since Rock's on the field. Here I'm going to switch back out into my Slowbone as he gets paralyzed. And here I could just throw off a free Skull, no matter because or Fire Blast because at that point I didn't expect to switch, especially since he had rocks, but Fire Blast hits his Greninja, takes more damage. That's pretty good. As he does go for spikes on my incoming Registeel. Here he goes for a U-turn, so that tells me he's not spikes or Scarf, and that's good. That's good to know always. As I do just go for a Seismic Toss, and that's at 25%, so that's a lot. I'm just going to actually go for another Seismic Toss, as I do expect him to go for Leech Seed. As he does go for just that, here he's able to gain back some good health. As I decide to switch back into Slowbone because I expect him to go for Protect or something, but he goes back for double Leech Seed, and now he's looking really good. As Toxic and Leech is really wearing me down. I'm going to go to Hydreigon, which is a risky play because he could just go for Heavy Slam on my switch. But now I'm going to put him in a big predicament as he expecting to go for Fire Blast, which I do, and I catch his Toxic Pet. He's at 16%, so at this point I'm looking for a high roll or at least the same amount of damage. And I get it because the thing is, I'm going to pause here because the thing is his Toxic Spec is such a huge threat. If I switch out into my Muswan, I will get the switch advantage on him as he does go for recover, but then it will just make it much more harder in the game. So I was actually willing to take the risk and go for the second Fire Blast, hoping to take it out, and I do get that. So that's pretty pivotal in the game, I guess. As he does go into Alakazam, I do switch into my Registeel. As he just goes for Focus Blast, knock out my Registeel. We'll go back to Hydreigon. He definitely knows at this time that I am Scarf, so I definitely need to save my Hydreigon because, like I said, Alakazam from the very beginning is a huge threat. I really need to take him out. He sends the language tells me he's either Scarf or very defensive, so I'm just going to go into random but expecting to go for U-turn, get some Rocket Hammer damage off of him just to get some damage. Here he goes to Hydro Pump. I honestly know he's not specs or scarf, so I decided to boost it off just to see what he's gonna do. As he's not looking real good because he actually switches out as I do double boost. And just Fox is really bothering him. As he does not expect that I have taunt on Mana Buzz, which I do, so now he's forced to kind of switch out. As I do hit his incoming Alakazam with foul play, because anything is affected by foul play. And I'm just going to fast forward here because here he's just going to keep going for recover. So I'm just going to the next turn until I guess he's just trying to waste my PP, but I think he has less fewer recover than my foul play. So I'm just going to kill the next turn. I see he actually decides to switch out as he felt like eventually I might get a crit on his Alakazam. So he switched out into his Landers and I'm able to knock him out with a 1 foul play. So that tells me he's obviously fully invested in attack or something. So yeah, game 1, GG, man. So we're going to move on to game 2 as I have it here. Unfortunately, I need to move it up. Unfortunately, it's so weird. Damn it. Yeah, let me fit into the screen. Yeah, okay. So it fits into the screen. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so this is game 2, and game 2 he actually switched up his team, and I actually decided to stick with my team because this team did well in the first game, so might as well. And yeah, I was pretty confident. So anyways, let's see how this game goes. As he actually Leo with Tornado as I Leo Mamoswine because Mamoswine seems to be the best lead against all his mons. He decides to go for a Z move, and I actually expected this Z move to be a Sky Strike, so I was happily able to just send out my Register. But he actually shows that he have all out plumbing, and that's able to do a significant damage to my Register, like almost like more than half. As he go for taunt, as I didn't expect that, and he's able to not let me send out, put up Vox. As I do switch into Mana Buzz, expecting him to go for U-turn, but he actually switched into he ran go for a Toxic on my incoming Slowbro. Here I just go for a Skull. It hits anything, so it hits his Greninja, does good damage. That's always helpful. As I do go to Hydreigon Skits, I don't expect to go for Ice Beam. As I had a chance to go to Registeel or my and actually my Slowbro is part water, so obviously it didn't make sense. So Dark Pulse was probably his best bet, and he did go for that. As I do go for Focus Blast because I know Focus Blast hits his Ferrothorn, his Greninja if he wants to stay in, and his Heatran, and he's going to switch into either his Ferrothorn or Heatran. That Focus Blast miss actually hurt me, as you'll see. But he actually switches out as I do switch out as well. He goes for taunt here as I just go for a Skull. Hope for a burn. That's 45%. That tells me a lot. Like he's definitely invested in special attack. He gets that big Hurricane crit, and that really hurt me in the long run as well. Because that next Toxic takes me out, and Slowbone just dies like that. I didn't really do anything. He goes to Heatran as I do make the ballsy play and go for Focus Blast. Of course, I miss. So at this point, I'm like, it's really looking bad. But I'm not gonna give up. So I'm just gonna go for another Focus Blast. That did a lot to Tornado. I go for another Focus Blast, and honestly, that Focus Blast miss kind of matter. As I do miss again on his incoming charge jump, so it's really looking bad with the Focus Blast miss. As he gets his guard jump up and gets Rocks and Toxic after I default. Here he can continue going for Rocks, and honestly the Toxic would just wear me off. So I just go for foul play here, and then I get working him damage and rough skin. Unfortunately, I go for default because I know he can't really do anything because he might have Earthquake and maybe Dragon Tail and Wall or whatever. As he showed me he had Wall and draws me out to Register. He goes for Earthquake as I send back my Mana Buzz. He goes for Rocks once again as he just roots it up off. Now I'm gonna go for Defog as he switches in his Heatran. And at this point, I was like, oh, I don't have Slowbone, so I have to go into Hydreigon. As he just goes for a Magma Storm, and that does 23% with the chip. Here, I'm just going to go for a Move Blast. Thankfully, he missed. He did 50-something%, looking real good. He misses Magma Storm this turn, as that is very unfortunate. But he goes into Tornado as I do hit my Focus Blast once again, and I'm able to do good damage. Go for another Focus Blast. That's good damage to his Guard Charm. Unfortunately, that's my last Focus Blast, so I have to switch out. He knows this, so he's going to go for Vox. As I do go for a foul play. I mean, not foul play. Defog on that. I think coming Tornadoes as I went for Roost here as I should have expected a taunt, But now he goes back into his guard chump as I go into Registeel. But now this looks bad because he could just go for Vox. I'm going to go for Vox on my own because I know his Tornado is still alive, so that's a big threat. I'm going to Mana Buzz here, expecting to go for a EQ, and he does do that, but I died to Toxic regardless. Here, I'm free to go into Hydro Gun since I am Scarf, so I'm just going to go for a Dark Pulse, knock him out. At this point, he got Mawile, and Mawile is a huge threat now at this point in the game, as he just goes for a safe Sucker Punch, able to knock me out. Here, I go into Mamoswine, and here I had to make a prediction because I know he still has a flying Pokemon in the back, and I'm Bandit, so I don't want him to have that free switching. As I do just go for Icicle Crash on the incoming Ferrothorn. 2 Icicle Crash takes him out. So now Ferrothorn's dead. He goes into Greninja, goes for a big Surf, that's 33%. Not nearly enough to take me out. Here, I don't know what I was doing because I switched into Clefairy thinking he's going to go for another Surf, but now he's bringing his Mawile. And his Mawile is just going to knock all my guys out because at this point, he could go for Play Rough on my Registeel, follow up with another Play Rough or whatever he wants to do. Big Brick takes me out, and now I can only send my Mamoswine. And here he's thinking I'm going to go for Earthquake, but no, I obviously have to take out his biggest threat, which is Tornadus in the back. And then he brings out his Greninja, and at this point I can't do anything. I'm hoping that Microfibble could live his Surf, but he shows me that he's Specs. And at this point, I lose the game because 2 Surf takes out my Clefairy. He gets the Battle Bond activation, and I send my Mamoswine, and he just goes for a good Surf, and that's able to knock me out. So unfortunately, game 2 I lost, mainly from the Focus Blast miss and the crit Hurricane, which were crucial. But you know, what can I do? I mean, this is part of the game. So we're going to move on to game 3. I got you with the game 3, guys. This is pretty long, but hopefully you guys are still alive and awake. Anyway, so this is the 3rd match. I decided to switch on my team this time. Looking back, I probably shouldn't have because this team doesn't have a good win to lose ratio. But nonetheless, looking at his team that he bought a new team. My team seemed to have a fair matchup, I guess, I suppose. So we'll see how this does. So I'm gonna play, and he just sent us a Diancie as I sent him my Coco. I immediately switch on to Ferrothorn because I don't want Moonblast, as he actually switches out as well into Citron after I send him my Ferrothorn, and I'm able to get Rocks up first. As he goes to Magma Swim on my incoming Charizard, I was going to bring my Charizard just because he might use Rocks. He goes to the Almona as I do go get a Focus Blast off. That does 42%. Here I go for another Focus Blast thinking he's going to switch out into his Heatran once again, expecting Solar Beam. I'm going to go for another Focus Blast here, and luckily I get the High Roll and able to tackle him out with 2 Focus Blasts, so that's already a good start. As I do switch on to Landers, as I am Assault Vest, so I can take whatever he wants to do. He goes for Protect as I just go for U-turn, and here I know he's going to stay in because he expects me to be Scarf. So he goes for Moonblast, and unfortunately he gets the special attack drop, and now I went for another F-Power in case he just wants to tackle him and go for another Moonblast. Unfortunately for him, he misses Hurricane, which is good, and I go for U-turn, and I see he has Rocket Helmet. So I'm going to go Coco, and he should be afraid of my Coco. Here, I just wanted badly to get my Discharge Paralyzed on his Bulu because that will help, but I don't get it. And now I'm in a big predicament because he shows me his leftovers and he gets aggressive terrain. So I'm like, alright, I'm safe enough to go into Ferrothorn, but he gets that bulk up. And at this point, I'm like, oh shoot, I don't know what to do. Here, I just want to see how much this Jawba does. After plus 2 boosts, it does 39%. At this point, let me pause here. I honestly didn't know what to do because he could have. I kind of expected I expected a superpower. I should have went to Landers, to be honest, but I didn't know if he wanted to predict me and go for a Horn Leech, or whatever he wants to do. So I thought that I could get another Gyro Ball off on him if he wants to go for another bulk up. But like I've said, looking back, I should have went to Landorus here. Because Ferrothorn seems to be a good Pokemon against Greninja, his Diancie left. But I figured that I probably didn't need Ferrothorn because he hits Heatran still. So I guess I sacked him, that's why. But Superpower into my Felthorn. And my Felthorn just dies just like that. I go Landers here, as I do carry Slug Bomb, but he doesn't know that. So here I switch out into Tornadoes, thinking to have the Z Sky Strike, because I haven't shown any of my guys with the Z move yet. As I do go into Coco, as he just gets the Hurricane off. Here I should double switch, but I just wanted to get the Paralyzed once again. I think no, I do switch, so that's good. Yeah, I do switch. I double switch out here, and he's expecting another Slug Bomb, and I do go for another Slug Bomb. And the reason why is because I really want to catch his Tornadoes with the poison. It would definitely help. I don't get it, so I'm gonna go switch back to Tapu Koko as he does go for another Hurricane, but miss. Here I do go for a Dazzling Gleam this time because I want to see how much that does to his Tapu Bulu, as that doesn't really take him out. So at this point I switch out back into Komono because I expect him to go for like Super Power or maybe Horn Leech, and as he does go for a Synthesis. As he goes into Dynasty, I go for Taunt here because for some reason I thought he was gonna go for Booker. That was a bad play because now I give him the opportunity to just take out one of my guy with Moonblast, and that didn't need to happen. I could have just gone for a safe Poison Jab or Close Combat, honestly. Now go into Tapu Koko and he goes back to Bulu. Here I should double switch, honestly, but I didn't want to risk the fact that he wants to follow him, so I go for a Dazzling Gleam. And now here I go back into Komono as he just goes back into Diancie, which was pretty obvious, and now he has the advantage once again as I do go into Tapu Koko and he just takes me out with a Moonblast. So that Dynasty just seems to be a huge threat. As I do go into Mew and he does go for Heatran, as I do get the defog off because my Charizard would die without the defog. So I'm going to go for U-turn out into my Komono as he just goes for a Z move Infernal Overdrive, thinking that I was going to switch out into my Charizard, but I don't. So I go for a safe Close Combat, able to take out Dynasty, biggest threat. As he actually goes into his Tornadoes, I'm going to switch out into Mew as Mew has good health. As he misses Hurricane, unfortunately. Here he goes for knockoff, not able to knock off my Agave, so that's pretty unfortunate. As I do transform into not Thunderous, Tornadoes, as I do go for knockoff on his incoming Heat Wave, Heat Wind, and I go into Charizard in case he wants to go for Rocks. Instead he goes for Magma Storm, and with the Magma damage, I should have expected Protect, but I don't. And I go for Heat Wave, expect him to switch out, but now I die to that. Now I go to Komono, and I'm just going to go for the Z move here. I'll go for Poison Jab, expecting him to go for Tapu Bulu, and that Poison Jab does a lot, so I should have known in the very beginning to just go for Poison Jab safely. Here he goes into Tornadoes. He has a chance of missing because the sun is up, but he doesn't miss. Here he missed the second Hurricane as I do transform to him. And at this point, we're just trading off Hurricane. As he goes for Hurricane, I go for my own Hurricane. And then he goes for knockoff, not sure why. As I do full for Hurricane. At this point, if he hits his Hurricane first, I lose. But I go for my own Hurricane, able to get the confusion. He hit himself perfect. Here I'm just going to go for U-turn because I do expect him to die to the U-turn if he stays in. Or if he wants to switch out, I'm able to safely bring up a Komono as he goes for Magma Storm, as I do go for a Z move. So I do have the speed here. So at this point, I thought I had a chance because Clangorous, Soul Blaze, able to get the boost. Then follow up with a Close Combat as he just goes for attack. And here, honestly, I should have gone for a the Scale instead of Close Combat because I knew he has Rocky Helmet. And now because of that, I died. And now he's able to stand on his Greninja, and obviously Mew cannot take on a Greninja one-on-one. So I die. So unfortunately, guys, I lost first round. I was not able to make it far beyond that, and I lost my position as potentially getting a trophy from OST. So guys, if you enjoyed this battle and you want to see more tournaments coming up, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to share this video with everyone, because I wish I really advanced further, but it is what it is. Hacks happen. It's the nature of the game. So good game to Tjay. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching the whole tournament. So if you advance, I cheer for you, of course. all good sportsmanship, of course. So, anyways, I don't want to hold you guys up. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry I haven't been uploading. I just been trying to get this video up as soon as possible. Thanks again, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.